Hello, everyone. Good Sunday morning here for the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Kendrick Diggs, as we talk about the WrestleMania Night 1 Saturday WrestleMania review. This is the first time I ever done a review, and we're going to review back highlights of what happened at WrestleMania. You see some of these faces. You see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are the new undisputed tag team champions. You see The Miz. You see Pat McAfee, Snoop Double DOG, Snoop Dogg, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, Bad Bunny. All these celebrities made an appearance tonight for WrestleMania Goes Hollywood, and we will go Hollywood. Speaking of someone who went Hollywood and is a Hollywood star, John Cena, he kicked off. We told you he was going to kick off WrestleMania in the United States Championship match, and John Cena did that against Theory. John Cena goes against Theory because John Cena win his sixth U.S. Championship. He had to go through Austin Theory, who is a newcomer on the rise. Theory and Cena, the match right there was that matter of respect. And I tell you that Cena and Theory, these two men kind of shaped, kind of career wise, kind of had the appeal. Theory came out there a little bit arrogant, cocky, full of himself, trying to prove a point that he can defeat John Cena. And Theory was not going to allow what going to happen to him. What happened on Raw a couple of weeks ago. Well, this match started with this: Cena versus Theory. Cena had Theory in the STFU. We thought Theory was going to tap out. Theory did not tap out. Theory did not give up. One thing about Austin Theory is he says what he's going to do. He's going to do what he says, and that's resilient for Theory. Cena, on the other hand, was trying to be a showboat as usual. Theory came out there, beginning of the entrance, came out there with the A-Town down, being that arrogant and cocky. And I think John Cena kind of didn't see it coming, but Theory defeated Cena with a low blow. Theory get the win over John Cena. Finally, Theory won and shut the naysayers, including Cena, up with his saying that he doesn't have what it takes. Austin Theory has what it takes. Austin Theory has been doing this for quite some time. Even John Cena should be impressed with Theory. I've been following Theory's career quite some time. I tell you this about Theory. Theory is resilient, and Theory was not going to let someone like a John Cena come ruin his day on what he had. Theory is a star of the future and a star of tomorrow. I see he came out there first and walked through that long ramp. And Theory made everyone a believer, including me. I already knew he can do it. It's just that John Cena didn't know he can do it. And John Cena got proved wrong once again. And that shut up John Cena for underestimating Theory. As John Cena right here gracefully bows. Maybe he's going back to Hollywood again to do his thing once again. But at the end, Theory retains the United States Championship over John Cena, and John Cena didn't see it coming. Tell you that right now. All right. Another match for WrestleMania was this. We told you that I told you on the predicted outcome earlier that it was this tag team showcase where all the tag teams were gonna get together and battle for a WrestleMania showcase. They didn't say it was for the number one contendership or nothing. The Street Profits, Braun Strowman, Ricochet. My team I wanted to win. The Alpha Academy, they've been having problems lately. The Viking Raiders, these four teams from two different brands, especially on the Street Profits and Alpha Academy, battling each other. Ricochet and Braun Strowman against the Viking Raiders. These four teams were jockeying the position. Who's next in line to get a tag team title shot down the road? I was thinking they was gonna say that, but they didn't mention it or nothing. But we can tell you this: that the Street Profits got the smoke, like these 4 teams right here, showcasing their abilities and their athleticism, being chosen by Adam Pearce, and it boiled down to the Street Profits. The Street Profits win the tag team showcase. I was thinking they was gonna break up. It was gonna be the beginning of the end for the Street Profits, but I guess the Street Profits want to continue on going as a tag team. But you got to wonder, does Montez Ford wants to break out and become a singles wrestler? This is his time, and this is his time to do so. Maybe Montez want to stick around for a little bit. And nothing against Angelo Dawkins and against none of them, but it's kind of time for them to, break up and do their thing. But the Street Profits got the win over those 3 teams: American Alpha, the Braun Strowman, Ricochet, the team I thought was gonna win it, and the Viking Raiders. So hey, how that went down and stuff is good for them as well. This is more pictures of John Cena. We forgot to tell John Cena with pictures with the Make-A-Wish kids to celebrate that. I guess put that in effect. So he wanted to put that out there. You know John Cena is going forward with that. Also, too, speaking of tag teams, the women's match, 6-woman tag team match, Becky Lynch and Lita and Trish Stratus, them 6 women taking on Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai. What a match it was. Bayley came out there with her damage control. These women finally made it to WrestleMania. I say that right now. Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch, and Lita, the tag team champion. Trish Stratus came out there paying tribute to what she wore nearly 18 years ago when she was the women's champion, when she defended her championship against Christy Hemme. At the time, her and Lita was at odds. I mean, the tag team match was that spectacular. I say that right now. The tag team match had stuff a lot to offer. I say that right now. When it came to stuff that was coming your way, it kind of did it. Trish Stratus, always a legend, but the match was that. It was physical. You see right here, all the women were laid out throughout the majority of the match. Even more was laid out as well. Lita trying to get the tag over Beefy and Io, trying to reach to Becky Lynch and Trish. But I love to say this, and then too, they paid tribute to Sin City. Trish and Becky and Lita doing a Sin City remake. So hey, but at the end, Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch get the win, get the dub over Damage Control. I think Damage Control ain't gonna be too salty whatsoever. They're gonna continue this stuff going forward. I tell you that right now. With Damage Control, what's going on with that? But Becky, Lita, and Trish get the win, with Becky pinning Bayley to get the 1-2-3. Bayley didn't even see it coming. That was it. So that ends that for right now. That may have be. So hey, that be going forward in that. Also, too, speaking of Becky Lynch's husband, you know her husband is the eccentric. Eccentric. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins took on Logan Paul, the Maverick. Logan Paul looking to prove a point, and he wanted to prove a point some way, somehow. Logan Paul came out there to be more flashy than ever. It was that. It was more of a flash. We knew both men are talented, they're athletically gifted. But who's going to emerge victorious in that match and stuff? And we want to show you highlights on what had happened. We can get the highlights right quick. Logan Paul coming out there trying to reminisce. If we can show it, there you go. Reminisce like Shawn Michaels coming from down down from the arena and made a entrance. You can tell Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 12. Logan Paul came down now through the rafters. That's kind of scary, but Logan Paul had to do that to make it seem like he was doing it and stuff. But Logan Paul came out there to dazzle the crowd. I think Logan Paul was a baby when Shawn Michaels did that. I think Logan Paul born 1996. Like, he's 28, so 96, 95-ish. Yeah. Yeah, so Logan Paul was a baby, probably like 1 year old or something like that. And Seth Rollins came out there um, in a reddish suit with a conductor, which that was kind of weird in a way. Seth Rollins came out there. I guess he wanted to outdo Sam Smith. If you saw Sam Smith at the Grammy Awards, trying to outdo Sam Smith. Seth Rollins came out there looking to get his hands on Logan Paul, and one way for him to how to do it was to do what he needed to do. Seth Rollins came out there meaning business. He said himself, if he couldn't beat Logan Paul, that would make him be a joke. And he tried to do so. And this match was that. Getting underway, I'll say that. Seth and Logan had near falls towards each other. Logan kicked out all Seth moves in the pedigree and stuff to stump. Logan Paul tried to counter the moves and stuff, but to his effect, it just didn't work. Even it was kind of odd too. Logan Paul even did a move with the great Antonio Inoki. You do the octopus move with the hole right there. So Logan Paul and Seth Rollins battling each other, and and say that right now, it was Logan Paul was in control at the moment, and then Seth Rollins got back into the groove and tried to take down Logan Paul. Logan Paul really could hold his own in that match. I'd say that. But KS9, Logan Paul's business partner, was that Prime Energy drink that tried to intervene and try to take down Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins had a something up his sleeve using K9 to. We thought they were gonna set up to do the table. Logan Paul did a splash he inadvertently did a splash onto his business partner and his friend, and it just went sideways from there. Logan Paul lost to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins get the 1-2-3 over Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul kind of gonna have to strategize a little bit more. Seth Rollins get the win over Logan Paul. They finally shut Logan Paul up. And Seth Rollins believes Logan Paul is just in it for the money, which he is. But Logan Paul's like a good, exceptional wrestler to me, when you ask me, stuff like that. Oh, hey, Logan Paul did his thing. So, hey. And kudos to Logan Paul doing what he likes to do, and being crazy and try to do high risk maneuvers. But Seth Rollins get the win. But Seth Rollins got to stop with this right here, dressing very Prince eccentric like. No, I get it, but it's a character. But he goes way overboard sometimes. Sometimes he needs to kind of dim it down a little bit, but it's wrestling, so he ain't gonna do that. He want to be out there like he is now. So hey, well, what it is. Speaking of that, father versus son, Rey versus Dominic. This is the highly anticipated match that everybody wanted to see. We never thought we would see. And Rey versus Dominic was the match that everyone kept talking about and stuff. And somewhat about Dominic and stuff. Dominic looking to prove a point that he don't want to be in the shadow of his father, Rey Mysterio. Dominic tried to do a lot. I mean, we ain't get we can tell you this. Bad Bunny was at ringside on commentary on the Spanish announced commentary, and it started with this. Dominic talking about prison and talking about he's been in life, and Dominic wearing his father's mask. The disrespect by Dominic and what he's done and stuff. Dominic coming out there in prison for wear prison gear, do what he did. Um, Ray came out there with Snoop Dogg paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero, playing Eddie's music in the low ride. Ray paying tribute. Ray now a Hall of Famer. Ray paying tribute to Eddie. So you can see a Snoop Dogg. They had Snoop Dogg everywhere tonight. So Snoop Dogg, they really had Snoop Dogg all over the place. And Dominic came out there with his Ray's mask, wearing his WCW mask. Came out in a paddy wagon. So hey, you know how bad that is. With the security guards as well, escorting Dominic to the ring. Like Dominic needs something escorting. Dominic don't need no escorting. Dominic just crazy. And Dominic came out there, and you can tell Ray want to push his son, but Ray came out there with Snoop. We told you earlier. Ray came out there with a standing ovation at the previous night at the Hall of Fame Friday night, and you can tell like Dominic grew up in front of our eyes on WWE television. He really did. Under Ray and Dominic and Ray at each other's throats and stuff. It was a match nobody thought they would see, but it had to happen. The Ray had to teach Dominic a lesson. Ray had to make sure Dominic, you know, received that lesson because maybe Ray didn't do so. But the match started with this Dominic and Ray, and you can see right here Dominic trying to agitate his mother and his sister. Dominic even threw water at his sister. Dominic looked like Leah wanted to come at the Dominic. It looked like they had their little brother sister squabbles before. So, you know, coming up there, I know for quite hand. Well, Ray got the win over the help of Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny costing Dominic his match, and Ray getting the win over Dominic to pin his son. I think this is far from over. You can just tell and notice. Dominic is gonna want to get revenge or what had happened to him. And I think Dominic is gonna figure out a way to use revenge on his dad and Bad Bunny and everybody else. But I don't think why Bad Bunny even intervened to me is just beyond crazy. He should have just stayed out of it. But Bad Bunny getting the upper hand on Dominic to cost Dominic to not do what he did, and Dominic didn't see it coming. Dominic was gonna actually hit his father with a chain. Bad Bunny came in trying to stop Dominic. I think it goes far from there. I can tell you that right now. That Dominic is gonna get some way, wants to get his justice some way somehow, and you can tell it's just coming sooner rather than later. We'll see that coming down the road. Eventually, Rey Mysterio celebrating the ring with Santos Escobar. I guess Rey getting him that rub, even part of the LWO, which I mean, we'll see, but it's still, you know what I'm saying, not work it to me. Let's see if it takes some time to grow and develop, and we'll just go from there. But Rey Mysterio picks up the win with family support, with daughter Aaliyah and wife Angie at his side. Rey Mysterio, he won the match, but he still got to try to convince Dominic to stop what he's doing. Rey Mysterio, a proud man, a proud father, a proud human being, and a proud Hall of Famer. He really deserved his flowers, and thank God that he's doing that for him and stuff. So hey, congratulations to Imano Mano Rey Mysterio. Speaking of that, Dominic's mommy, Rhea Ripley, the Royal Rumble winner, took on Charlotte Flair in a highly anticipated match. This match has been anticipated for quite some time. Well, Charlotte came out there in her outfit, which it was kind of bland to me. I don't know why she wore that, but it's like the Ice Princess, like Elsa or something like that. I don't know what's going on. Rhea Ripley came out there looking for a fight, looking to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. She put up an effort in what she did. Rhea Ripley knew it was going to be a battle between her and Charlotte for the women's crown on SmackDown, and what a defense it was. We can say that right now. The women's crown was on line. Rhea Ripley, um, knowing that she wants it bad and she got to do what she has to do in order to get it. And Rhea Ripley coming out there, pulling all the stops and stuff. She even did the riptide on Charlotte up top. It was like near falls on near fall. But Rhea Ripley went up top to do the top rope riptide and defeated Charlotte to win the match and become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. So Rhea Ripley now holds the SmackDown Women's title. You got to wonder, Rhea Ripley is a Raw superstar. So what that means is Rhea Ripley is going to be on SmackDown going forward. You can just tell. We'll see how she does running the SmackDown Women's division going forward. Stuff. Speaking of that, the Miz and Snoop Dogg, Miz the host, Snoop Dogg the co-host, and Miz Snoop Dogg talking, and Miz said that he put out an open challenge since he didn't have a match at WrestleMania. Miz, a former WrestleMania main eventer, almost nearly 10 years ago, Miz issued a challenge. I think Miz should have kept his mouth shut. Miz got challenged by none other. And also, too, we forgot to mention, show these pictures as well. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte, these two women battling out. But we got off topics for a minute. Let's and Charlotte Flair smiling as well, that she was happy that Rhea Ripley finally obtained the big one and stuff. So hey. Well, speaking of that, we get back on topic now. Pat McAfee returned the answers Miz challenge. McAfee returned. We haven't seen McAfee since Royal Rumble, and Pat McAfee was talking about he doesn't know, the WWE with the new owners or however they're gonna with this ongoing sale or what. Well, Miz and Pat McAfee had an impromptu match after Miz had announced, with him and Snoop Dogg announced that WrestleMania was 80,497. So hey, here what it is. Well, you can tell right here, Pat McAfee defeated the Miz and got the 1-2-3 McAfee undefeated. Pat McAfee does it again at the his WrestleMania win over Austin Theory, and I guess he's the new WrestleMania streak. I guess Vince McMahon don't count after what happened with Vince and stuff. Pat McAfee got help from got his name. He's from San Francisco 49ers. He came out there to support Pat. Pat got the Duke with the win. So hey, how that went going forward. Also, too, finally, was the main event. We thought the women's match was going to be the main event in WrestleMania, but Rhea Ripley ain't going to be no WrestleMania main event this year, unfortunately. The main event came, and Charlotte Flair, you can tell she wanted to main event, but it just wasn't in the cards this year. It had to be the bigger story here was this undisputed tag team championship match. The Usos going against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I told you on the Pro Wrestling Show predict the outcome for night one that I believe that I knew Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens was going to win, but the Usos should have won because the Usos are the longest reigning tag team champions, and the storyline preceded itself. The Usos are fighting champions. I give the Usos that. You got the pride the tag team titles from them. And the Usos are that. They've been dominant for so long, for almost 600 plus days. The Usos are that. The longest reigning tag team champions ever. And you can't doubt that or question that their abilities and stuff on what had happened. But hey, we're gonna get into it right now. Which was this? The Usos came out there in their new gear, white gear. We are the ones. Blood. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens came out there for WrestleMania. This match was back and forth. This was the main event. This was the first tag team main event since WrestleMania 1, but this time it's for the tag team titles. Sami Zayn wanted to get his hands on the Usos. The Usos did. I really wanted the Usos to keep them titles, but unfortunately, the Usos lost the tag team championships to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which everyone knew was predictable that it was going to happen that way. But like I said, it ended with Sami pinning Jay to get the 1, 2, 3. Thus, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are your new World Tag Team Champions, undisputed Tag Team Champions. They did so, and they did it at WrestleMania, which culminated in that match as well. What had happened. I can tell right here, eliminated. Sami Zayn said that New Exchange WrestleMania 39 night are what Kev was the biggest proud moment of my night. So he was proud of that moment that him and Kevin Owens finally winning the tag team championships, which I'm shocked and surprised, but it is what it is. They finally done it. Kevin Zayn and Sami Zayn are now the tag team champions, dethroning the Usos out their longest historic reign as tag team champions. So hey, feather in their cap on what had happened and stuff. So congratulations to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Everyone knew it, and even they made mention of the Briscoe brothers who they fought in Ring of Honor when both Sami Zayn and Kevin Steen were different personalities under different monikers. When against Mark and Jay, who I consider one of the best tag teams out there in the 2010s. We know Jay Briscoe passed away a couple of months ago due to a car accident. Mark's carry his legacy. Jay would live on that day. Jay going to do that one. His legacy will live on. They paid tribute to the Briscoes, in which they was the legendary opponents of theirs. So it was a monumental night. I could say that at least. So like I said, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens has finally done it, winning the tag team championships. Congratulations to both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and everybody else. Congratulations to like I said, Rhea Ripley winning winning her match tonight. Austin Theory, everyone won their match tonight, proving that they want to go out there and do and provide good athleticism, and which that's about. Like I said, congratulations to Rhea Ripley and her win. Pat McAfee returns. We don't know if it's going to be on one, however it's going to be. I look forward to seeing him and Corey Graves because Corey Graves talks so much smack about him. So I hope Pat shuts Corey Graves up, keeps him humble about saying his name and stuff down the road. Seth Rollins winning his match over Logan Paul. Congratulations to that. Becky Lynch and Lita and Trish win their match as well over Damage Control. And Rhea Ripley as well. So, and Ray getting the getting the Duke, winning for his family tonight. Rey Mysterio, a legend, a Hall of Famer in the making already. Congratulations to Rey. So a lot of big wins and a good go home night tonight. All right, that's gonna do it for the Pro Wrestling Show presents the WrestleMania review. We see you tomorrow for probably tonight for the WrestleMania review for night 2 and everything else. Thank you all for watching. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon, so long, and thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. See you tomorrow.